Greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty. Stop it, Fitzgerald. Stop it. Greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Who. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do before we get started, we just want to thank you guys for the support. It really means a lot. You guys could be putting your resources and time somewhere else, but you guys choose to spend it right here with Search for Guru and Brother Fitzgerald Stephens. So I really appreciate it. I'm humbled, and it really means a lot. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Go to dynastymirror.com. Pick up your Africa is the Now t-shirt. Pick up your Africa is the Now t-shirt. Grab a book. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the content as well. Again, like, share, and subscribe. As we always do, 6 days a week, 6 days out of the week, I have my brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today. And today's topic is, I was reading today, and guys, I hate doing the doom and gloom, but this is an interesting topic because, Fitzgerald kind of caught this already. And there was already a story saying that 42% of the jobs that have been lost since coronavirus aren't coming back. So now they're saying more than half of U.S. restaurants that have closed down aren't returning. And, is because Atlanta's pretty much open now, but there are still a few restaurants, especially my son's favorite restaurant, that they're not open yet. And so I don't know if it's still temporary or if it's going to be permanent, but it's July 3rd and, Atlanta is wide open. But again, there's several restaurants that that just aren't open. And I'm like, are they going to open or what's going on? And then a place that I eat at, it's called Cronk City Market. And it's one of those places that you go in and there's like a number of restaurants. It's kind of like a flea market, but with restaurants. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. Yeah. Like restaurants in there are closed, like more than half of them. And my favorite restaurant, Richard's Chicken, they're closed and they're not reopening. So the restaurant industry has been impacted by this hard. I could just imagine how LA is doing. I can imagine how Hollywood is doing. It's interesting. It's very interesting, Fitzgerald, the times that we are in.
How much should the restaurant industry, how much does that contribute to the overall impact of the economy, economically wise? I mean, we think about the restaurant, the eatery business in general. I mean, I believe it employs tens of thousands of people, sub-business. What economic impact does the outdoor eatery industry? What does that mean as far as to commerce here? I'm just talking about the United States.
Well, let me check. Let's see. A restaurant business economy percentage. Let me see what comes up here. Let's see. Your number of eating and drinking locations is 10% of the U.S. workforce. That's from 2017. What percentage? Let's see here. Restaurants, but it's all grouped into arts, entertainment, recreation, accommodation, and food services. I guess that would include restaurants. That's 4.2%. Here we go. I just found something for 2019. It's loading. Here we go. Yeah, it's kind of all grouped together, but it's 4.2%, but they make up 10% of the employment of the workforce.
10% of the workforce.
Yeah.
What's the revenue?
Let's see here.
And what does the eatery, what do they produce per year in revenue combined?
863 billion.
863 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, you just can't just take something off the table with those type of numbers like that.
Right. 863 billion.
Wow.
So half of that is gone.
Wow.
Over $400 billion.
Do you see that returning?
Well, see, a lot of the restaurants that I'm noticing that are closed, their primary focus is sit down, dine in. So, I mean, Florida is about to kind of somewhat go through another lockdown. Am I correct? Or
Yeah, it has to, man. We had I think a fresh new 10,000 cases, I believe, yesterday. No, it's gonna have to, dude.
yeah, so
I'm afraid to go back out to the gym a while. I had to switch it mostly to my cycling and maybe push-ups and working out at home, even though I have this gym that I love going to. You gotta take different precautions. You have to look at things. But when you see people, man, they're just trying to feed their families, dude.
right.
These restaurants, they're jumping in, and they're just going there. The waitresses and the chefs and the people going out. They a lot of those waitresses and waiters, they depend upon those tips, man, just to make up for just to live. In addition to their salary right there. It's just a tough situation, man. Your heart has to go out to all these people, and then the slightest break that they get, they're back open. And now you don't think it goes to the restaurant workers in all phases, everybody from the valet parking to the cook, to the waitress, to the busboys, to the owners. You don't think they calculate in their mind like, gosh, I don't know who I'm waiting on. I don't know who's coming in this restaurant. I don't know if I can expose myself. But the fact that they're also looking on the other end, I have to go out there and get an income. Right. I mean, that must be a crazy situation. 1 million people are making it every day, because you have to work and you have to have an income. So Prince of Mary is just keep, man. It's keep these reports you keep giving look like where there's something new every day. There's something new every day, and it seems like a lot of it's the economic downturn. This new every day. Speaking about states. I mean, how's Georgia up there doing? Because you have an interesting governor down up there with Governor Kemp, like we have down here, and with Governor Ron DeSantis, who they're taking a different approach, and they're trying to keep their states open, and rightfully so, but. Seem to be a lot of people are really concerned, but on the other hand, you have people to read their work. I don't know. This is a special wild animal here. I don't know, man. I just don't. No,
like I said, Georgia's wide open, except for I guess the movie theater isn't open, but Georgia's open.
So you're going down on Peachtree and Buckhead up there by the malls and perimeter malls and. Piedmont and all those places. So you're saying that it's hustling as usual, and like what's not.
I mean, it's open except for the restaurants that have closed down or businesses that shuttered. But for the most part, I mean, I don't miss a beat. As far as my normal day of life.
Okay, so Bonefish is still cracking up there on Parr Avenue. And
I don't eat there. I don't know. You too. That's too sexy for me for sure. You eat bone. I don't know. I don't know no bonefishes, Fitzgerald.
Vinny Vici, the stuff like that. Brew Chris down in Centennial Park.
Like I said, Fitzgerald, that's above my pay grade for right now.
How Chick-fil-A doing?
Oh, Chick-fil-A doing great. Hey, Chick-fil-A doing great.
Hey, shout out to Miss Jill Williams. How are you doing? Hope everything's great. Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, that's a fancy word for saying Canada. So it's welcome to the show and everything. Yeah, man. Hey, what's the solution, Prince? Okay, you know about that.
Well, we always give a solution every time we come on here. You got to start a home-based business. You got to go into work for yourself. You got to make your side hustle your main hustle. I mean, that's the solution. Hey, what was crazy for sure, I remember, I think I told this story before. When I was in Los Angeles, California, you would hear these waiters and waitresses making like $70,000, $80,000 a year. Now all that is gone. Like they're making like $80,000 a year.
Some dudes can do that, pushing one of those hot dog carts, man, with Coca-Colas and slushies and Italian ices. Some dudes are doing that. Some dudes can make that shine in shoes, Amir. for a year, Prince. So some of the street vendors, man, you get to talking to some of them cats. You get to talking to some of them if they have time, because usually they're on their grind and their hustle. Man, it's sometimes you catch them, when they got a little time to talk to you. After you leave them guys, you're like, dang, what am I gonna do working a job? This cat running around up here has his trailer, make his own hours, sit out there, interact with people. He's making 6 figures doing this. No, so plenty of time, man.
Right. I told you the story of the guy that makes like $150,000 a year shining shoes on the streets of New York. $150,000 a year shining shoes on the streets.
So basically, what the common denominator with these particular businesses is that they have something they own.
Right. There you go.
They have something they own. They have their own business now that they can get out there and make a difference with their income. What makes Carrot Bar so different? What makes it so unique with you? I mean, you're having a lot of success with it, a ton of success. And I'm not just saying that just to get ratings here. You're having a lot of success. What makes it so different from, say, like your current other businesses that you're doing?
I would say well, I think all my business now, as you brought up before, Fitzgerald, the acronym RRD, residual royalties and dividends. I'm making sure that every business I do, the majority of them, don't know how I can implement that into the touring business yet, but it's coming. Where if I put a product out there, it will sell itself, and I will always earn some type of residual income, no matter what, when I'm here or when I'm long gone. As far as that residual income when I'm long gone, that would be something that Manson would inherit. So right now with Carrot Bars, I think the uniqueness is it's a business that, again, residual royalties and dividends that you can do, that system is involved in Carrot Bars. And then also too, it's a business dealing with gold, and we know gold is going up and the dollar's going down. So all you're doing is you get paid for telling people or guiding people to exchange how to exchange their fiat currency for gold, an asset, a tier 1 asset.
Gold is very sexy, brother.
It is
very sexy. I mean, it's nice to have that. Like Mr. Delco said, you can melt it. You can beat it. You can put it down the bottom of the ocean. It still won't lose its luster. No matter what you do to it, you can break it off. It's still gold. It still retains value. If you break a diamond, as Mr. Delco said, you destroy its value. Not cut a diamond, break it. It's proven to be a system of wealth, for dang near 5,000 years. It just keeps going up. Gold is not really flashy. Like a lot of your tech stocks or some of your budget stock, it just keeps steady doing the pace, just steadily outpacing inflation. The study keeps building your wealth. And we're seeing where it's on a good tear right now, man. It's over $1,800 an ounce, dude. $1,800 an ounce. In other words, you and I have gotten wealthier, or should I say the word richer, just by simply holding on to gold.
Right.
That doesn't count building a team and everything else like that. Things else like that. I mean, just by holding it, to me, that's very safe. I believe everyone should have gold in their portfolio. And so we're looking at things. We're looking at things from a different perspective. How can we stay ahead of this inflation curve? This curve that's literally destroying the purchasing power of our dollar. Literally, I think about three, maybe 4 shows ago, Prince and Mayor and I was talking, and we were saying that $100 is the new 20. $100 is the new 20, and it certainly feels like that. $100 don't really do anything for you. No, it just doesn't and stuff. So get ready for that to keep rising and going. And ladies and gentlemen, you need to not only get gold in your portfolio, which I highly recommend. You also need to figure out ways to make money while you sleep. To get paid whether you're going out there and doing the work. Just a little bit, and then it keeps paying you to do the work. I mean, royalties, residuals, and dividends. You also need something that's not dependent upon the different phases and convulsions of the economic realm. All what I like about this is the product is gold. The product is money. Trading in your fiat currency, your Swiss franc, your Nigerian naira, your American dollar, your Japanese yen, your British pound, your South African rand, or whatever currency you're currently in, and you're trading that into gold. Your currency is going down in value, yet your gold is going up. Then you get paid to tell other people. I mean, it's been working extraordinary for Dynas and I several years. No, I mean, very, very, very well. We're able to get paid in euros, still able to save our goals, still able to build a residual income, still able to build, have a home-based business. 79 million people in the next 5 years are going to acquire home-based business. I personally think it's going to be more, but because people are looking and they know they have to do something. I mean, think about that. Your job has the possibility to keep shutting down or reopening up, shutting down and reopening up. I mean, what is that doing for the economic stability of your home? I just saw a comment right here by Miss KLC, and I haven't even thought of that. She says, I'm in Las Vegas, and numbers went around from 4,000 to 25,000 once open. Catch that, once they open. So that's like a second wave. Top restaurants have closed again because several workers are sick. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. Okay. Also, casino, the gambling industry is affected. You mean tell me, the big ballers flying in all over the world, that's affected because of this coronavirus? Also, casino housekeeper staff and dealers have been getting sick. Those are the workers right there. What's that doing? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's many exempt businesses from this, Dynas. So if your business is not exempt, you need to get a vehicle that is not subject to those factors. What do you mean it's not subject, Fitzgerald? You build your own home-based business, a business that you build from the comfort of your home with the use of a cell phone or a computer. You have 149 countries in the world that you can market to, all who the sole directive is to acquire gold, tell other people and get paid from what they do. You have a business that's going to minimize your taxes. You have something that you can leave to your children in the event of your death. Now traditionally, ladies and gentlemen, we can't beat this enough. We can't say this enough. Business is changed from the way you know it. Now, unfortunately, a lot of those businesses that's going to close down, Prince Amir is absolutely right. They're not coming back. So what's going to happen to all those people who have got displaced? What's going to happen to their health insurance? What's going to happen? How are they going to pay their mortgages? Unemployment only goes for so long. And by the way, the states have practically been depleted, the unemployment claims with them, because they had to pay out so many at one time. And, you're paying out all those employment claims, but you don't have anybody getting back into a workforce to recharge it. It's going to be a different scenario. And then now I'm looking at something. I'm looking at this stream right now, and keep them coming, guys. We love your respectful, engaging points. I'm seeing different paces around the world. They're saying just once here talking about from Congo, learn B2 language, talking about from Congo. It seems like the world is dealing with this all simultaneously. But just because your income stops doesn't mean that your bills are going to stop. Doesn't mean that you need to not have money. That's the hard part of it. That's the hard part of it. When your obligations are still going to go on. I mean, my God, just the grocery store alone. You hear Prince Amir and I talk about this, but you got to eat.
Right.
You got to eat, and you try to eat, well, like I know Prince does, and what I'm trying to do. I'm seeing food costs is going up. Now I'm down here, you can go out here and get fresh salmon at the Publix down here, but that can cost close to $12 a pound. And I go get it because I want to eat good. I work out, and but that stuff gets expensive. And so So you dropping $50 here, 60 here, 100 there, 170 here, and so like, and you look at your budget, and you look at your budget for the end of the month, like, gosh, man, spent 400 something dollars for food, and it's just me. It's just me. I don't know how you guys are doing it with families and everything.
Right.
That's just me. As far as to keep trying to keep up with that. So, nevertheless, whether you're single, you have a family, you definitely need income. Gold, winewomanwages.org. Gold is purchased, given, and sold in the Middle East, Asia as a rule of thumb. Great, but what if you could do the same thing like the Middle East and you get paid for it? You see, if gold is purchased, given, and sold in the Middle East, yes, but do those people get referral fees for doing that?
No.
Okay. Do they have the opportunity to get more free gold?
No.
For doing that. Can they get paid in euros because of in that system? Do they have a system that they can actually trade and buy in gold, like a Google Pay or a Google Pay or PayPal account? A Carrot Bars does with a way of having your own account, your own Carrot Pay account. See what this lady is saying is that as a rule of thumb. Other words, that's been a system that's been in the world for generations, literally. And she's absolutely right. We're talking about creating a system around that in 149 countries that you can get paid for referrals in gold and euros by purchasing one of the business packages, where you could get paid from other people who do that, We're talking about building a network of gold savers that you get a percentage of that network that you built. That's also has all the benefits of a home-based business, which can minimize your taxes, and thus put more wealth in your pocket. This system has been done. The system that she talked about has been used for many generations, and I like to thank you, Ms. Wine Woman Wages, for bringing that point up. But what if you can what if you put a system that you benefit from 149 countries, even with people you don't know? I mean, that's what Prince Dynas and I do through Carrot Bars. That's exactly what we do, and it's working out extraordinary well from us. When we talk about getting paid, like getting paid once a week in euros by way of our MasterCard, you notice on here when we come on, we never say how much. We never say we spend our gold. We're just saving that. He's saving it for his he could save it for his great grandchildren, definitely his son. Okay, then we decide we can live on euros that we make through the system that we can use to easily pay our bills or replace our income, or we create a residual income. So you never hear us talk about how this illness is, I guess the illness would be the word, how this illness of corona is affecting our Carrot Bar business, because it doesn't. Actually, it's doing the exact opposite. While a lot of businesses are contracting, that we talk about with restaurants and stores and brick and mortar, our Carrot Bar business is expanding. It constantly keeps expanding. And and because people understand gold is money. No, well, gold is money. Miss Jill Williams, why have I heard that gold isn't a good investment over the long term? Simple. The bankings really don't want you to get into gold. Less than 9 out of 10 people you talk to are not going to have gold. And they're just not going to have it. And they've said that gold is not a good hedge against regular inflation. Then what is? Then why are countries acquiring more gold to prop up their reserves? Because gold is what makes their reserves. Why was the dollar one time $5 and $5? Why was back in 1920 when you had $645 and with $645 in gold, because cash used to be backed by the equivalent of gold. Okay. And then you could buy a Ford Model T for the same $645. Long come about 1973 when Nixon decided to take the U.S. off the gold standard. Now you take the $645 it won't probably buy the license plate and two of the tires. But you can still take that same kilo of gold. That kilo of gold right now is close to $50,000. It hasn't lost any value. All it's simply is saying all it's simply been doing has done is hold, and its purchasing power has went up. Yet that $645 in cash, about 1920 standards, probably is not worth $23, if not less than that. So I don't understand that logic. Maybe someone said it, but I don't understand where they're getting the point from. So all I know is that to acquire gold in my portfolio, I think it's smart, especially at my age right now, or anyone's age, that keeps increasing my wealth. All I know is when I came a part of Carrot Bars back in 2015, January 14, 2015 to be exact, gold was going somewhere along the line of $1,160 per an ounce. Well, fast forward today to July 3rd, that same gold that I acquired over the years back around to there, that same gold now is worth $1,800. Okay, 1,160 to worth $1,800 now. Did I put it in the bank? No, I just held it. I could hold it in a coffee can, and it will still get going up. So I don't understand. I don't understand how they can't say gold is not hedged against inflation when basically what I'm seeing, what the facts disagree with that. I'd rather have a much more gold than I do cash. And I'll ask the audience. I mean, would you rather have an ounce of gold, about $1,800, or an ounce or about $1,800 in cash? It's no really wrong answer. I'm saying what you rather have, not what I'd rather have. Well, I'll take the $1,800 in gold. You know why? Because I'm looking at for as far as for a year now, or maybe 2 years from now, that $1,800 in gold could easily be worth $2,001, whereas that cash is going to lose value 2 years from now. That's a fact. So I much rather hedge a good portion of my wealth in gold and real estate. That's my thinking. No, Prince, you have anything you want to contribute to that?
No, I mean, you're right on the money with everything. As far as at the end of the day, gold is an asset. Okay, and we need to really focus on increasing our assets. Land. We had this acronym, GOLD. GOLD was the acronym. It stands for gold, oil, land, and diamonds. That was like one of our acronyms. Me and a friend of mine. Acquire gold, oil, land, and diamonds. So gold has always been important. It's just trying to convince people, like, look, you can build a multinational business centered around gold. You can have your own franchise, right? Centered around gold. Now, the oil and diamonds part, I'm still trying to figure out. But as far as the gold and land, I could put a check mark on that.
Yeah, those are good hard assets. I like the Grant Cardone philosophy. Grant Cardone is one of my favorites. Investors, a motivator. Man does it all. Man has about 7,000 properties that he rents. He likes land because in his mind, he's absolutely right. It's something you can hold, and I like gold, but similar to some of the same reason. It's something you can hold. When I had land and I had gold, that's something tangible. I don't know too much about stocks, although there are some good ones, and I don't know simply because I failed to get educated on it. I really don't know a lot about cryptocurrency yet I hold a sizable chunk of cryptocurrency. But I do know about gold and land. I'm a landowner on both sides of my family. My mom and my mother and fathers. It's simply because of something my grandparents put in place. Check that out. Simply something my grandparents put in place. I can go to Alabama right now and just go on my property and start building the house right there. The property is paid for. Just all I have to do is just show up and build a house because of something that my grandparents they left an inheritance to the second and to the first and second generation. I'm the second generation now, and my brother's children, who are the third generation, they can go do the exact same thing through their father. Right. So I understand that, but I do understand I understand the importance of asset accumulation. Now, we said that about 30 minutes, so I'm pretty much well on schedule. Now, what is Karat Bars? Karat Bars is the largest distributor of small gram gold increments anywhere in the world. Okay, started out in Stuttgart, Germany, by the founder, Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz, a German economic senator. Put up about 40 million of his own euros to start Karat Bars. Now, Karat Bars' primary staple products is gold. You can get it gold from anywhere from like 0.1 gram, 0.1 gram for about less than a combo meal, for a burger combo meal. You can get 1 gram gold cards, 2.5 gram gold cards, and 5 gram gold cards. Those are the center. We also have other products there through that, but the main thing you want to do is acquire gold. Now, what you're simply doing, you're trading in a portion of your paper dollars. You decide what and when you're trading that in for gold. No, it's free to join. Prince Dynasty has his link going down at the bottom right there, with the HPP karatbars.com !S at Dynasty. You register your free gold affiliate account, free. It's not even going to ask you for a credit card, and you fill out the form online. Takes about 7 minutes, and the first page, second page. And then once you successfully register, you're going to get an email from Karat Bars saying that you are successfully registered. Then you go in and verify your account. Instantly, right then, you are in a system that you can market the 149 countries. You already have your home-based business set up. There is no charge for the website, no charge for any of that. Now, it also has a component that you don't have to worry about buying a certain amount or you'll lose your status or anything like that. That doesn't occur right here. Okay, so you also have a leverage component. You get a tax-deductible business package, which incidentally is going to come with gold. The higher the package, the more gold you receive. And that allows you to get paid off the efforts of other people. When I say get paid off the efforts of other people, that's exactly what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I personally have sponsored somewhere along the line, I think about between my two accounts, about maybe 126, no more than 127 people. Okay, who said yes, and I helped start them in the business. Yet I have a global organization of close to 12,000 affiliates around the world. Now, understand this: when people come into your business, or they come in by way of Prince Amir or myself or whoever, they're not doing it for you. See, they're not coming in to build your wealth. They're coming in to build their family's wealth. It's very, very important that you understand that, because if you don't understand that, you'll think someone at the top getting all the money. Now, I have made a talk several times, and when you really get involved in the business, you'll understand exactly what I mean. I have a business that is over 10 times as large as Prince Amir, 10 times, but yet he has consistently out-earned me. How? Because he has a business packet, and he gets paid in units. He gets paid sponsor fees. For example, if he goes up and signs someone up under a package, and they decide to start their own franchise, as Prince Amir said, he gets 10% of that package. Let's just say someone gets a VIP package, and he's had it happen several times. They decide just because they got the package, he's going to get 10% of that. Right now, the $4,900 package, one time out of pocket, that's like over 400 euros just for him, for package bonus, just for someone saying yes, not mention the units. Well, you're talking about a man who has personally helped with Prince Dynasty Amir 607 people around the globe. 607 people coming in his business every single day. personally under him. Well, those 607, they talk to people, they talk to people, they talk to people. Let me put that in perspective. If they just talk just to one person, they just get one person registered. Okay. That's 1,214 affiliates, just one person. What happens if they do it? What if that one get one and that one get one? That's what that man is looking at. And so that's called the leverage component. Okay, and so what now? How are they doing it? Simple. They're just acquiring gold. They're telling people, and they're getting paid for their efforts. Who are telling people who get paid for their efforts, telling people who get paid for their efforts, and pretty soon you got an income in that you don't even have to go to work. You got an income in that can dwarf any investment that you're practically doing, for the most part. Because you're employing the concept of leverage. You can leave it to your children. He can leave all his organization to a 6-year-old son. And this is not like a life insurance policy. When his little boy becomes 18 years old, he'll automatically be a millionaire, when his father's ready to turn that business over to him without him having to do nothing. His little boy right now is thinking about Chuck E. Cheese. But it's building a business empire, not creating.
No. Beyblades.
Okay, that's what he's thinking about.
Oh yeah,
and then that tax deductible thing, the tax deductible component. Now, why are we so big on this? Why are we so big on this? Because if we follow the traditional trajectory of making our money by way of going through jobs or even some investments that's been tied to the stock market, for the most part, though, those are really been taking a hammering. Those are really been like people's 401ks, and for the most part, I know somebody's doing pretty well, and I know there are some jobs doing pretty well. But I happen to have I've often talked about my two younger brothers. Both of my two younger brothers are high-level executives, very high-level executives, and I'm not going to tell you the organization nor the job titles, but their business, their income is not affected at all by this. They are able, they are at a status where they get their money no matter what. I mean, both of them been in their job several years and have several people report to them and all that kind of stuff. But they don't have to worry about that. They're going to get their money deposited. They're going to keep their benefits. Their family is going to be protected. But the majority of people around this country, around this world, are not high level alpha executives like that. And so what are they going to do when they're laid off? What are they going to do when someone tells them, hey, we don't have your job anymore? If they have not built up a home-based business like Carrot Bars, they are crying and frying. No doubt about it. They are sitting, when I said frying, that means your brain. Oh gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of my family? What do I need to do? Where am I going to go to get a job out? They said it's a shutdown order. They said I can't leave to go out of state if I want to go to another state. This is very dang serious. Brick and mortar businesses. How am I going to make money if customers can't come to me? If they're afraid to talk to me. I had back in March. Before this thing was really starting to take off, like middle of March, not Carrot Bars, but the Corona wasn't quite serious to me. I wasn't taking it because it didn't wrap around my head. I thought it was all the way on the other side of China for the most part. So I kept doing my thing, and I got called in the office, and before that all of a sudden the boss said, hey, you got to go into your people's homes with the boots and the gloves. Well, I used to sell impact windows down there in Florida. It's a real big thing because of hurricane season. Okay, so where the main thing that destroys your home through hurricane is the wind blows out the window, which collapses the house. But your wind goes in, and that's what lifts the roofs off and everything else like that. Gives you a little bit thing. I was making that was $100,000 a year job that I got called in on Friday. Just disappeared. Well, I thought about it for a moment. I was kind of bummed out until I realized I had about 10,000 people in my Carrot Bars business. See, I already had something in place. I've added close to 2,000 more, more than 2,000 more since I got fired in March. Now, and people are with the urgency, like I have to do something, because this is the best time to be in the Carrot Bars business, in your home-based business, because so many people are looking. Prince Amir and I used to get a lot of comments. We used to get a lot of comments, more so than now. And a lot of them was so negative.
Right.
A lot of them was so negative, because people thought, okay, they thought we was like playing like a little. I don't know if they thought we was dealing like a little romper room business. You're sitting on a multi-million-dollar business if you drive it right. And so now we're getting calls from all kinds of people in all kinds of different spheres. Elderly, young, middle-aged, doesn't make a difference. Divorced, single, married, doesn't make a difference. A college educated, blue collars, doesn't make a difference, because no matter where you are, people need income. Jobs are getting harder to find, and we're able to create our own wealth. Now, wine woman rages, keep them coming, because I'm listening to your comments. I love it. She said crypto is a solid asset. Prince Amir and I agree. He and I both hold cryptocurrency. We don't even talk about it. Our cryptocurrency is backed by gold. Carrot Bars is coming up with a currency, the V999 coin that it just follow. Take a look at Michael Delco and on his YouTube page, Michael Delco, the CEO, and learn something about that coin. We're in the right place at the right time, but we don't talk about the cryptocurrency, although we own a whole lot of it. I'll just put it to you like that. And so what we concentrate on, the main thing to us is to acquire our gold and to build our team. That's the main thing. We're gold acquisition merchants. We look to acquire our gold and build our team. Why do you want to build a team, Fitzgerald? Because that builds our residual income, and that builds your residual income. All the rest of those little things like the crypto phone, the blockchain computers, the ATM that can spit Bitcoin and cryptocurrency out. Those are all a great little additions to the Carrot Bar system. Those are in the Carrot Bar system. The main thing is to save gold. You want to acquire much gold as you can, as fast as you can. When I say being able to purchase gold for like $7, the price of a hamburger stuff, you can purchase 0.1 gram of gold, and you're just stacking it, and you're out there building your team and everything like that. So we're looking like, wow, what can we do? Oh, incidentally, this business is global. I've also alluded to the fact that in 3 years, I want to implement my African plan. What do you mean implement your African plan? I want to actually be able to put boots on the ground. I actually want to be able to keep a place there. I'm not going to give up my U.S. citizenship. No, this is the country. This is all the country I know. But I do have this affinity for going to go see Africa and put my feet there and spend some time there. Actually, I'm even putting my African plan in together now, because I have several affiliates. I have affiliates in several African countries right now. Helping them build their business, from Ghana to Nigeria to Kenya to Uganda to Tanzania and many other countries I don't know about over there, because those guys affiliates over there are serious about building their wealth. And this is what we do. And now if you're hearing this for the first time, please register under Prince Dinas Amir. He's the one brought you the information. Register up under him. If you are one of his affiliates and someone invited you, register up under that person who is giving you this information. Because there's plenty to go around anyway. There's like 1 million people in Carrot Bars, Prince.
Yeah,
1 million people. 149 countries with a potential of over 6 billion people that you can link up with.
Right.
All they have to do is be 18 over. You know what? I this is group economics on steroids. I don't have to, Miss Williams. I don't have to get on a plane and travel to Nambia or Botswana to have a business there. I have a business in Australia. I've never been there. Both Prince and I have business. We have businesses in Europe. Never been there. Never been to some of these countries where they're talking about. But it don't make a difference. They saw him on a broadcast. They decided to give him a call. They say, "Hey, I need to save gold too." We just had this happen with a lady in Germany yesterday. I didn't know he was reaching Germany, but evidently he is. They register on. She called me. She thought I was him. No, because I'm the one to usually leave my number on the phone, on the line right here to help people, which I'll do at the end of this show, or towards the end rather. She calls me. She's thinking I'm going to ask. I said no. You can just go ahead and register up on his link. I pulled his link off of one of the streams that we did. I emailed it to her. Lord behold, she got into business, and we're going to be helping her set up. Yeah, and it's just as simple as that. She didn't come. Oh, I just want to join Dynas. I just want no. I want to get gold for myself. I want to build. I think the German economy is taking a couple of licks too. So Prince, as you get the call, and from your affiliates, when you register on Prince Dynas Amir's line or link or anyone's link, he's going to get an email. He's going to give you a call, help you get a business package. Then more likely he's going to have you call me. What's my role? My role is to help you navigate through your website. My role is to show you what you have in your hands. Do a goal statement with you. Let's find out what you're working for and show you how to get it. Plug you into Wealth Builders training. That's the teaching system created by Mr. Ty and Mrs. Valerie Best that teaches you exactly how to build wealth through with your Carrot Bar business. And it's free of charge. Everything is done online. I can be reached directly 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. You can also email me at fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com. To be honest with you, I prefer that you give me a call. I'm on WhatsApp, and I have a calling plan that goes all over the world, so I'm cool, and that is my personal number. And so I'm going to help you get you plugged into the system and show you how to create wealth for you and your family. Whole families can do this. Husband, wives, 18-year-old children, so you can create income streams far as for them. So this is only limited by your imagination. And so it's afforded me financial well-being and peace of mind, because I know at my age right now, I know I'm not going to be destitute in my older age, and that's very, very important to me. To be able to have some. Plus, I want to be able to enjoy the time that I have now. Prince Amir, you have anything you need to add to this, or?
No, I think we covered everything for sure. I mean, guys.
I try. Prince Amir, do you really answer your phone? People call you. Do you really answer your?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you really call people?
I call them back, answer. Yeah. If I don't answer, text me. I text back. I call back.
Is that a burner phone that you have?
No, this is definitely. Let me show you what this phone can do. This is definitely ain't a burner phone.
I know what that phone can do. So okay. Will you support, like, it's people have questions? Will you give them the support they need?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna help you, ladies and gentlemen. Only thing we ask is that if you have questions, rather, what I want you to do is log on to. That's sweet, man. What I want you to do is log on to therealmoney.info. Therealmoney.info. Because for those of you said, like, hey, I need to check out and do more about it. Yeah, that's fine. But understand, 149 countries have already said yes to us. FedEx is the one that personally delivers our gold. MasterCard is the one we get paid in our euros. So, and we've been have brick and mortar business in Stuttgart, Germany, since 2011, debt free. So we've already done the research. But if you need to research, feel free, knock yourself out. But before you research, you might want to consider opening up your free gold savings account. Why is that? Because people are going to be coming in this business whether you do it or not. And that can mean the difference between you sitting in it with several hundred people coming in, or you're in someone else's group. Time is of the essence right here. But you need to research therealmoney.info. Therealmoney.info. Okay, and then that'll give you a pretty synopsis of it. Like I said, I recommend you register your business first. I mean, so many people have not listened to me on that, and they have 100%, all of them have regretted it.
Right.
Well, all of them have regretted it because this thing is duplicating like a freight train, and so that's what it does. Save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. As our senior founder, that Mr. Ty Best would say. Prince Amir, man, it's been a great day, man. It's Friday. I'm thinking about going up to Alabama.
Oh, you go to Alabama? Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't seen my parents in several months, man. I can't, they, with my mother, they have her locked up in the they have her locked down in the nursing home, and they don't, we can't get up there and see her. So the best they said that I could do is just go up there and, like sit behind like a plexiglass. But, mom asked me to come up and see it. So, the firstborn son, and your mother said she want to see you, and she feel like, she just want to look at you and stuff. That's a hard thing to say no to. So I had to see how I pulled that off, and incidentally, my father's birthday is July 5th. He'd be 77 years old. So I, just kind of want him to be there, with him. Maybe, go out there and, I don't cook for him. He cooks for me. He makes some phenomenal salmon patties I really like. Been feeding those to me since I was a child. So I'll just show up. So I'm just thinking about getting out of here and do that. So, but see, and notice how I just routed that off, ladies and gentlemen. Notice how I just routed that off. You know why I can do that? I control my time. Mm-hmm. I control my time. Now, but I go up there, if I get up there Friday, the family's having a big cookout and everything up on the hill, that what we call our land up there. I don't have to say, oh God, I got to be at work on Monday.
Right.
The Prince Amir and I are probably going to do a video Monday. No big deal. I take my laptop up there and I get an internet connection right there, and I can operate from Alabama just like I'm doing here. I control my time because I control my income. And that's a powerful statement, what I just said. Not a braggadocious statement, but it's a powerful statement. I'm not worried about people cutting my pay. I control that. If I want to make more, I need to get out and hustle more. I need to talk to more people. Prince of Dynasty Amir controls his income. He controls it, by way of carrot bars, his book right there, The Sun Loves Me. Get a copy of that. That's an income stream. That T-shirt that he has over there. That's his T-shirt. Africa is the now. Get a hold of that. More likely, that's the next one I'm going to be picking up. Prince. I was thinking about that today. And stuff. And so, because when you control your income, you feel more so empowered about your life. You feel like you're not just being to and fro with every doctrine. And so it's great. Jack Korsh. Oh, I love Hawk. If I'm pronouncing no, what does everyone think about IQ tests? They are a bunch of crock. I can tell you exactly what I think about them. They are a bunch of crock. You know what? But they're very, very important. If you're talking about IQ tests in reference, I'm talking about IQ tests in the reference of hiring you, personality tests and all that kind of stuff. Man, most of the workforce work for C students anyway.
Right.
Because C
students, and I'll go a little bit further. Most of the workforce works for people that don't even have a college degree.
Right. So according to their intelligence test, you would think they wasn't all that smart. Mr. Hawk, I don't take standardized tests very well. I've learned how to do better now, but back when I was 18, my early 20s, I just didn't take them. I struggled in college, even though I was most likely to succeed. Even though I was who's who among American high school students, even though I was most studious and all that, I struggle. I struggle because I don't know how to take standardized tests well. If you looked at that, you would have said like I was really not a high IQ guy. Yet I've owned 3 businesses. I have a global team I built by close to 12,000 people. I made a lot of money in euros. I've helped a lot of people succeed. I don't work for nobody now. I have people calling me who are A-lister high Q people telling me how can they get started making money. I graduated from the University of Alabama with a 2.0 grade point average. 1 point lower, I wouldn't have had a degree. But you know what they call me? A University of Alabama college grad.
Right.
Okay, it don't make it. It's not the IQ far as but say it's what's in here. It's what's in here. It's the heart. It's the ability to persevere. It's the ability to hunt. It's the ability to not quit. You'll be amazed how many nice looking, dressed up, cute people, Alpha Phi, Omega Psi Phi, Kappa Sigmas, all those kinds. You'll be yeah, man. I like Omegas, but you'll be amazing that I ain't gonna take the paddle. So if they listen to me, I ain't gonna have the paddle.
Hey, we don't haze. We don't haze.
Yeah, I know y'all don't. Yeah, so but you'll be amazed how many people who have those titles who come from very, very good backgrounds, wealthy background, but they don't have that. And, you say, do you want to make money? No. Do you want to make money? No. I quit. I can't talk to nobody. I can't build carrot bars. They said no to me. You'll be amazed how many people don't have that heart. That's why the C students rule the world. I might write a book on that one day, because a lot of times they knew they had to try harder. They knew they had to keep going till they get what they want. And people who accomplish great things in life, they keep going. They quit when they're done. But so many people don't have that, and many of them have very, very high IQs. And I certainly believe that, because I lived that. And many people who I know in carrot bars do the same thing. No, that do the same thing. Now my two younger brothers, IQs off the rip, but they also have a tremendous street hustle work ethic. So they have the best of both worlds. I learned differently. I gotta see it, and I gotta do the stuff. I gotta put my hands on it. I gotta do repetition. Then it has to become second nature. I have to feel it. If I don't feel like something like that work, man, I'm not motivated to do it. I get motivated by starting doing. I do, then I get motivated. I don't have to get motivated to do. So that's backwards. But once I lock on something, man, you dang near got to pry me off of. You got to pry my dead hands off the goal, because I don't let go. Once I lock on something, that's how I am. But supposedly my IQ is different. You know what? And which is another thing wrong with the school system all around the world. They put everyone in this hole, and they saying this is the way you learn. This is the way you learn. Okay. Right. If you put people in that type of thing, for example, you can have a fish, but if you try to raise them on land, that fish is going to feel like it's a failure. Or you have a bird, an eagle, and you try to bring him up in the ocean, that eagle is going to feel like it's a failure. That's not their environment. You have to get in the environment where you prosper. If it's not working for yourself, maybe you need a job to work with someone. For me, my environment is freedom. I'm entrepreneurship, because I can't stand no one limiting my life and limiting my income and telling me what I have to do. Dude, I'm 55 years old, man. I ain't got time to be asking nobody, can I take a 15-minute pee break?
Right, yeah.
That don't compute to me. I'm a man who don't like to fill out applications. Even though I'm 4 classes away from having a double degree in advertising in English, I can't. Me filling out resumes bothers me. For someone, it seemed like quite simple. I have one a day, but to me, like, oh, please hire me, and please, I'm like, the hell with that, dude. I'll just go ahead and create something myself. But does that mean anything wrong with people who go out there and sell themselves with a resume? No. But for me, that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. My breath is entrepreneurship. That's why I breathe. That's why I thrive. Going out there and figuring out and creating my own, having my own business, having my own wealth stream, having working with people, or having people work for me. That's where I'm most alive at. If I go to a job, and a lot of times I flunk job interviews. You know why? Hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, what do you like to do? Well, I kind of like to do what you do one day. And I don't crack a smile. I want, I kind of like to do what you would do. I said, what I mean is I want to have opportunities advance like you do. Then you sit beside some cat or some chick. They take that as an insult because they're so insecure in their thing. Oh, he's just trying to be arrogant and he's trying to take my job. Fool, what are you talking about? If you ran up to a certain level, you're making a certain salary. I'm being arrogant because I want to progress like you. The hell with that. So I'm not the cat to hire you. I'm not the cat who you want to hire. I work good, but at the meantime, I'm always thinking my mind is somewhere else. How can I get my own? Some people are the exact opposite. Some people have to have that security that they think, that they think that'll come by. And I know there's no such thing except the security you create. Some people have these things like, okay, you got a certain IQ. Let's put you in executive plan, or let's put you on a fast track executive hustle. But they have the character of a roach. They can't take anything. They take shortcuts. They don't understand work. They don't know how to talk to people. They want people. They're lazy. They want people to do all the work for them, and then they just collect it. I can't do like that. What's that?
You said a character of a roach?
Yeah, here you want to know the character of a roach right this? You want to know it?
Go ahead.
Hey, Dynass, man, you're a real good cat. Man, you're going up real big and everything like that. Then he comes back and tells someone else, that Dynass Amir, man, he's too much in that African stuff. I heard him saying that he wanted a donut one time too many. He's not the one. You should give it to me. They undermine you, but they don't have the guts to come to your face. That's what I mean, the character of a roach. Someone who assassinates your character, and stops you from advancing. You can have it on with supervisors, so you can have all kinds of things. I remember one time I was working as a laborer, and everything was fine, but with this female supervisor, I told her I was getting married, and all of a sudden, man, I couldn't do anything right with this chick. I didn't know she was digging on me. I didn't understand it back then in 20s like I do now in 50s. But she used that power, that I had got to a point like, dang, and then this lady can cost me my job. I certainly knew I wasn't going to advance in that department because of that type of attitude, but true to my personality. What I simply did, I called up a friend of mine. I said, Jim, what do I do? I mean, I'm getting where I'm scared to be around. I can't avoid her, So he said, okay, you got to do something. I understand it might cost you your job, but I promise you the behavior will stop. And he said, you got to go over her head. Go over her head. Go to the human resources. And that's exactly what I did, knowing I could lose my job. Turns out she had a little reputation for doing stuff like that with people she didn't like. I was transferred out the department, but I made a boss move. Because at the end of the day, what really motivated me, hell, I was like, man, shit, this chick, man, please. And for you, what you talk about, controlling my career. I don't answer to you, and then if I don't want you, get the hell on, but let me make my money. But if you're threatening my livelihood, I'm going to threaten yours. Most people don't have that with my C student self. So it comes down to what you want. No one's trying to be cocky. No one's trying to be arrogant. You got to understand what element you belong in. I belong in the club of freedom.
Right.
I have to be free. I don't belong working for anyone else. I belong, in a land where I can make my own moves and make my own time and control the destiny of me and my family without go through another man that wants permission. Where do you belong? See, a lot of you guys are good people, but good people get laid off and fired every day. Every day. People who don't work hard and they get their jobs eliminated every day. Understand this: your job doesn't owe you anything. Okay, they don't owe you anything. Did not you work for them a certain point, and haven't they paid you all the time? Yes, it's a mutual agreement. They don't owe you anything. Your job doesn't owe you a living. I don't care how many millions of dollars you made your job or how much you sacrifice your family time. Hey, you were paid for that.
That's going to be the next show.
You were paid for that. But here's what you do. You owe your family something. And here's what you owe your family: to have choices in their life. You owe your children the ability to leave them a business, not teach them to work someone's job. You owe to them to show them how to acquire assets, gold, real estate, something where they can be a boss instead of being working for one. You owe them the ability to be able to have them live life on their terms, to live their dreams the way. That's what you owe them, and that's what you owe yourself. And so consider this a little teaching motivation, but it's so important. And on this, owe me a paycheck, Joe 32. Yes, your job does. They owe you a paycheck provided you do the work. But man, I'm not dealing with it. I don't want to deal with paychecks, sir. I'm trying to show you how to deal with profits, royalties, dividends. I don't care about wages. Wages is like you do a job right here. Okay, I agree to pay you $12.42, which I had a job do that to me with my college degree. I was out there watering plants, and every day I was thinking about, man, what the hell? I got to do that. Well, some people it's pretty fine. Not for me. Because I wanted more. I can't get in the penthouse. I want to watering plants at $12.42.
Unless you own the plant company.
Unless you own the plant company. So on that note,
a lot of plants.
We're not knocking what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to keep working your job and doing your things, you want to keep pulled to and fro, you want to keep leaving your futures in someone's hands, if that's what you are, hey, I respect it. That's what you want. I'm talking to the people who want something different. I'm talking to the people who want to be free. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. That's absolutely true. Fitzgerald Stephens says that if you don't make moves will be made on you, and that's absolutely true. And final in my closing statement, what I go after is freedom. I go after freedom. I'm not concerned about the cars, the nice houses, the nice shoes, and the nice suits and all that. All those are important to me. But I'm not concerned. That's what drives me. I go after this freedom, having enough time along with enough money to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, for as long as I want, anytime I want, without having to ask any man or woman's permission to do so. That's what I pursue. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And I appreciate it. My YouTube page is up. Find Ways to Win with Fitzgerald Stephens. We're going to be find ways to win, and it's sort of going to be like around the format of helping you improve in any area you want to. I could talk about health. I could talk about relationships. I could talk about wealth buildings, but primarily it's going to be centered on wealth building. So I invite you to come on that, look at that, take a look at it. Hopefully we'll get something of value as far as to you to help you improve the way you want to. But that's the game. Prince Amir, I'll let you take over, man, and thank you. Have a very good weekend, everybody.
I appreciate it. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, my affiliate link is in the chat room. It's on the ticker at the bottom, and it's in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru.
One more thing, Prince. One more thing. Miss Williams, I believe that my 27-year-old son will be interested in this. He's into investing. He invests with Ameritrade and stocks. I'm assuming Carrot Bars would be good for him. Yes, ma'am. But if you said this, if you didn't say this, I want to say this. Yes, your 27-year-old son getting interested. Yes, you register under Prince Amir first and have your 27-year-old son register under you. Okay, you do that. And so not only you working with your 27-year-old son, you're working with Prince Amir. Not only you helping your 27-year-old son build an income, but you're helping yourself build an income too. Group economics on steroids. That's what Carrot Bars is. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, have an awesome day. Miss Marie, thank you for the incredible comment. You always have incredible things to say to me. Really, really, really make me feel good. And I appreciate you so much. God bless you all.
All right, everyone. Again, thank you for joining. Register, subscribe, go to dynastymirror.com, buy some merchandise, buy some books. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.